Liverpool has appointed Arne Slot as their new manager, making him the 10th Dutchman to take charge of a Premier League team. But should we be concerned about his fellow countrymen's records in the league? Moving from Feyenoord to Anfield is a significant step for Slot and his team. At 45, he's enjoyed success in the Netherlands, but the Premier League presents an entirely different challenge, as previous Dutch managers have found out. Let's take a look at the history of Dutch managers in the Premier League and see what Slot might learn from their experiences. Number 1. Frank de Boer for Crystal Palace. De Boer's time at Crystal Palace was nothing short of disastrous. In just 4 games, his team didn't score a single goal, and he was sacked with a 0% win rate. His brief stint holds the record for the shortest reign in Premier League history. Number 2. René Meulensteen for Fulham. Meulensteen's tenure at Fulham was even shorter than De Boer's when measured in days. He took over during a relegation battle, but couldn't save the team, winning just 23% of his 13 games in charge before being dismissed. Number 3. Dick Advocaat for Sunderland. Initially hailed as a savior for steering Sunderland clear of relegation, Advocaat's permanent tenure was far less successful. He failed to win any of his first 8 games in the 2016-17 season and resigned in October, with the club languishing in 19th place. Number 4. Guus Hiddink for Chelsea. Hiddink enjoyed 2 successful spells as Chelsea's caretaker manager. In his first stint, he led the team to 11 wins in their final 13 league games and an FA Cup victory. His second spell was also impressive, going unbeaten in 12 games, though he never took a permanent role. Number 5. Erik ten Hag for Manchester United. Ten Hag has had a mixed tenure at Manchester United. Despite winning the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, his team often lacks consistency and identity, and the jury is still out on his long-term success at Old Trafford. Number 6. Louis van Gaal for Manchester United. One of the most decorated Dutch coaches, Van Gaal had a rocky time at United. He won the FA Cup but was sacked 2 days later. His tenure was marked by a defensive style that frustrated fans, despite finishing 4th and 5th in his 2 seasons. Number 7. Ruud Gullit for Chelsea and Newcastle. Gullit was the first Dutch manager in the Premier League, joining Chelsea in 1996 as a player manager. He enjoyed early success, winning the FA Cup, but was later sacked. At Newcastle, he led the team to an FA Cup final, but resigned early in his 2nd season. Number 8. Ronald Koeman for Southampton and Everton. Koeman had notable success with Southampton, leading them to their highest Premier League finish. At Everton, he secured a European spot, but lasted just 16 months. He now manages the Dutch national team. Number 9. Martin Jol for Tottenham and Fulham. Jol holds the record for most games managed by a Dutchman in the Premier League. At Tottenham, he led the team to their highest league finishes since 1990. He also managed Fulham, but never won any silverware. As Arne Slot steps into his new role at Liverpool, he faces the immense challenge of living up to the club's storied history and the expectations of the Premier League. Can he break the mixed legacy of Dutch managers in England and carve out his own success story? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next.